besides quarterback, what do y'all think is the most valuable position in football?
Offensive line. I have a quarterback that offensive line. That's hand in hand in my eyes.
But I guess the edge rusher.
That was my second. That was my number 2. Offensive line first, but edge rusher was second for me. Cause without you can't. The quarterback got all day throw.
You gonna
torch everybody. He got all day throw. He gonna torch everybody. Can't nobody stop a quarterback that ain't getting touched.
That's the deepest line in general.
I'm saying though, like it don't matter how good a corner. It don't matter how good a corner is. Quarterback got all day to throw the ball, and they do it back. That's why Jared Goff be having all day to throw the football. Literally, he have all day to throw the football. He got so much time to throw the. He got so much time to throw the football. They got time to make up fake fumbles. That's how much time he got to throw the football. If you ain't got nobody attacking the quarterback, that's why I say
it's gonna be teams like that. It's gonna be teams like that.
That's what I'm saying. Offensive line, my number 1, but edge rusher was my number 2.
Like I said, I feel like it's like anything with primarily edge rushers, but you got a good D line. You can hurry any quarterback up with the right D line. The Eagles showed that this year. They got to Mahomes so much. I mean,
I ain't gonna lie.
They could do. They took his Super Bowls away.
But I ain't gonna lie. You got Mahomes behind the line, offensive line. Eagles can't do nothing. Like you give him no. Oh no! I'm saying I don't think they lost 3 ball games. I'm saying though. But like, if Patrick Mahomes stays behind the line, offensive line, Eagles ain't touch him at all. They gonna make it a magic show out there. In my opinion, the Chiefs' offensive line was just terrible.
That's why I asked that to London, because London feel different. We feel like they had a pretty good offensive line. He's not.
I didn't say they had a pretty good offensive line. I said their offensive
line.
I'm
asking. That's what I'm asking.
I said
so
no.
It wasn't top 10ish. It wasn't top 10ish.
I mean, it wasn't top 10, but a middle of the pack offensive line is not a bad offensive line.
They just want their normal offensive line that they usually have.
I mean, they got like they left tackle was bad.
It's either offensive line or defensive line. I feel like DB, like Carlos said, it don't matter how good you can cover.
It was times in the Super Bowl when Mahomes had time to throw and he was getting jumped by Cooper DeJean. Yeah. So,
I mean, but like it was. I ain't gonna lie. After that first quarter,
I feel like
the game
I don't think I can't say edge rushers or D line, because in today's NFL game, you got quarterbacks who evade edge rushers all the time. You got Lamar Jackson, you got Kyler Murray, you got Pat Mahomes, and they still being able to make plays. You got to have DBs who are willing to guard down the field, guard runoff. So that's why I say DB. You can't say edge rushers.
I was gonna say.
They make guys. I've seen Pat Mahomes make Max Crosby. I see Pat Mahomes make Max Crosby look stupid 2 times a year. Like
we talking about Patrick Mahomes. We talking about he's in the GOAT
conversation. You got Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, guys like that.
He keep throwing Tyler.
Kyler Murray, Josh Allen. That's exactly. We talking about guys who.
Yeah, we talking about like 3 MVP guys in college. So.
Oh wow!
We ain't talking about that though.
You gonna start that?
You're not. I'm not starting. I'm just saying.
Your quarterback is Derek Carr. You shouldn't talk.
Bro, hey, let's go. Let's go get off of that. Let's go get off of that.
Him and Tyler at the same place when the season ended. Like they both were on the couch. Like, all right. Well, no, you right. Tyler was at the Call of Duty Summit. Derek Carr was with his family. Neither one of them were playing football in the postseason. So I mean, it doesn't matter who's quarterback.
Did Derek Carr finish his season? Is the question.
Did Kyler have a postseason?
Exactly. Derek Carr, it wasn't even a question that Derek Carr was going to have a postseason.
But Kyler didn't have one. So, I mean,
you got eliminated by the Panthers.
Yeah.
But back to what I was saying, you got guys who evade. Even Bryce Young. You got guys, CJ Stroud. You got guys who evade edge rushers all the time. Like I feel like that.
Sam Darnold.
DBs though, I do agree with the DBs because guarding a wide receiver is hard.
But another thing, to try to defend London, the more quarterback scramble, the more likely they get sacked too.
I was just gonna say that, but I was trying to get my iPad right with the phone. You know what I'm saying?
Like we know the guys you name are very shifty and elusive guys.
In the NFL, pockets close very quick, very fast.
That's why the average time is 2.5 seconds, 3 seconds.
Yeah, 2.5.
But if you can speed that up.
Or they have to.
You know what I'm saying? You got an edge rusher that can speed that up and make the game that much harder.
Cause like, I ain't gonna lie, that's why you start to get some of these.
You have tons of edge rushers in the NFL who speed these guys up and they evade them and make plays. You have to have DBs that are able to guard runoffs, who are able to guard an extra 3 seconds.
But I'm saying though, now why you thinking now they starting to pair the edge rusher superstars together? They trying to wind the time down even more.
Exactly, because it's not working.
Yeah, you can't do it. Like you can't do it with one. But now where you get two, it gets scary. Can't go lie, you try to escape one way, hit the other. And then why give me now these tackles not even getting so good where they pass rushers almost. They just not run stopping no more. Like Christian Watkins,
you get double team.
Like for Christian Watkins, Aaron Donald, all them started to get 11 sacks. That's insane.
Exactly. So you just can't say edge rushers.
You know what I'm saying? What Trey was saying, he did say edge, but like D-line is important.
Yeah, I switched it to like D-line. If you can get to the pass rush, you're more valuable than the quarterback.
It's not. No, you're not. No, you're not.
I agree with the DB because DBs is only reason I say is because just like I've heard numerous of corners talk about it all the time. That's like that with anything, but corners most definitely like corners can't get away with messing up. Because if you mess up, no, you can't.
Oh, you cannot.
You gotta say that.
No, you cannot. No, you cannot. Not with a cornerback. No, you cannot. If a cornerback messes up, no, they do not. Besides if you talking about a free safety, and even then, if a corner messes up, it throws off the whole defense. You got the most important job. If a corner messes up his zone a little bit, his man-to-man a little bit, it throws off the whole defense. That determines if this play is a touchdown or a 15, 20-yard gain or not. It's the hardest thing to do, too.
Right.
Just like quarterback, it's a lot of pressure playing cornerback or DB, defensive back, as it is playing quarterback.
But you don't also think the D-line can bail the corners out, too, sometimes? A lot of times too.
I ain't gonna say that like that.
If you can get like not just sacks, we're not just talking about sacks, but QB pressure, that stuff matters.
Not gonna look now
like,
to that.
Like he ain't got time to wind the ball up to get the ball downfield with the pressure. Not just a sack, but a pressure.
The same way, like London said, it's QBs that evade pressure. It's the same way those same spectacular QBs throw wide receivers open. I mean, we not acting like these guys don't throw these guys open sometimes too, within these small windows.
No, yeah, for sure, man.
All these positions are important. All these positions are very important.
I was just about to say that though.
Very hard sport. Football is a very hard sport.
You gotta have corners that can guard this.
That's what he was talking about. You gotta have corners that can guard the runoff.
Yeah, for sure.
And if you got, like you said, if you got the D line who's coming down in a QB space coming straight at him and he forces an aerial throw. I mean, I've seen that and the receiver still completes the ball. So
that's also to saying why the cornerback part, why it matters so much. Because it's a thing too, and I'm gonna put it this way. Just for me, as far as my opinion, the D line, they can mess up, and you got other people back there that's gonna back you up. So if the D line mess up, you got a cornerback that's gonna back you up. You got a middle linebacker, outside linebackers that'll back you up. If the corner messes up, Ain't no, and if it's even if it is one safety, depending on how the play goes, it's over with.
That's why I also said offensive line number one, because if you got all day to throw the ball, can't nobody stop it, no matter who you are.
My number one.
That's what I just said. No matter how, if a quarterback all day to throw the ball, it don't matter who out there. It doesn't matter what corner in the world. It can be Jalen Ramsey, Dion. I don't care who out there. If they got one-on-one and all day to throw the ball, ain't nothing you do about it. Why you think we be outside or something playing 7-on-7? You got to put a snap count on everything. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. You got all day to throw the ball. Can't nobody stop that.
What you feel, Tyler? We ain't letting our guests speak, guys. I ain't heard from my little cousin in a minute.
Show the hat, Tyler. Show the hat. Show them 2025 and 2026 national champion. Yeah, third.
Yeah, get your little like Florida State.
I feel like it's a DB though.
No more.
But behind the offensive line, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Offensive line, then defensive back. Because in the defensive back, you don't know what the wide receiver is going to do.
You don't.
You said, hold on. You said what?
You don't know what the wide receiver gonna do as defensive back. Your game is a gamble. Every time you get the line up, it's a gamble. You just know your
double move. You looking silly.
Who you supposed to be. That's all it is.
And I respect that. That's why I said D-line is a huge help to corners. It's a huge, tremendous help. That's why I understand, because like it is hard to guard somebody running backwards. That's why I say like the quicker the D-line can get there, the easier it make your job. I feel like, even though it's already extremely hard, but like if I can go like, shoot, I ain't gonna lie, he just lit me up. That sack just saved the stat for me. Just saved some numbers. That just helped me make some more money because ain't nobody caught a touchdown on me all year.
Mm-hmm.
Football, like I said, football is every position matters. It's an extremely hard sport to play.